Hi everyone, Kerri here. Welcome to class. If you are ready to begin, let's go ahead and start laying on our back. So I want you to gently lower yourself down, draw both knees into the chest, give yourself a nice big hug. And then you can sway a little bit here from side to side. You can keep your eyes open, or if you feel more comfortable, just go ahead and close them for right now. Turning on Ujjayi breath, breathing with sound. So you can place the tongue on the roof of your mouth to help restrict the esophagus in the back of the throat. That'll let the air come in and out slowly, similar to fogging up a mirror. Let's drop the knees over towards the right side of the body. You can take your right hand and just place it on that top leg, and then extend that left arm as far as it will go, making sure that both shoulder blades are on the ground. Just very gently here. Drawing navel into spine, lifting up through the pelvic floor. Inhale, knees back to chest. Exhale to the other side. Gazing down that right palm, or if you want, keeping the eyes closed. Breathing with sound. Drawing both knees back into the chest. Nice big hug. All right, team. Let's place the left foot down, right heel up towards the ceiling. I want you to extend the leg as much as possible. So if those hamstrings are tight, the knee is going to stay bent. If you feel like you can, go ahead and straighten that leg and just pull those toes towards your face. I want you to really kind of spread those toes. Give me those yogi toes. And really use your core muscles, your hip flexors, to bring that leg close to your face. Spreading those toes. And then gently release other side. Flex the foot, press the heel up towards the ceiling. Spread the toes and bring that foot towards your face. Now remember, we're drawing that navel in, engaging through the core, lifting up through the pelvic floor, breathing with sound. And gently release both knees into the chest, cross the ankles. Let's hold on to the back of the legs, roll forward, and then kind of flip those legs around to the side. Let's come into tabletop position here. Hands right underneath your shoulders, knees right underneath your hips. And then I want you to retract your shoulder blades. So we're going to drop the chest towards the ground, lift the tailbone up towards the sky, and then I want you to take the chin to chest. So give me a nice back bend here. And just hold here, not too intense. Breathing with sound. This is going to help loosen up the hamstrings a little bit, believe it or not. You're going to flex the muscles in the back, which is going to allow the hamstrings to have a little bit more space, especially if you're somebody who tends to always round your back when you're folding forward. Good. Keep breathing, keep lifting the tailbone, keep retracting your shoulder blades, almost like you were trying to squeeze a pencil between your two shoulder blades. Good. Release it back into child's pose. Forehead can come down. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Slide both hands by the face. I want you to tuck your toes and bring your thighs to your ribs. And we'll come on up into a nice forward bend here. I want those knees to be bent unless you are super flexible and you can keep your chest on your thighs with straight legs. I want everyone's legs to be bent. So nice deep breath in and out. Just shifting forward and back, forward and back. It might even look like this. That's okay. This might actually be a nice quad workout for some of us with tighter hamstrings. And then if you want, let's drop the head, shaking out any tension that we have there. Let it all go. Go ahead and walk those feet together. I want your toe mounds, your two toe mounds to touch and the heels to just be slightly about an inch or so separated. Squeeze your knees together, engage your thighs, draw your abdominals in, so squeeze and lift here through your belly, lift up through the pelvic floor, and then inhale, reach those arms up. Try not to arch your back, but really pull it in, sink down into those heels, reach the arms up, breathe, inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Let's fold back forward. Bend those knees left and right. Shake it out. Now, if you feel like this is too much for you, what you can do is take your yoga blocks, and it can help you modify your forward bend by just having a little bit of support here. So I want you to bend your knees again so that your chest is resting on those thighs. Drop your head, let it go. Feet are a little bit separated here. We're going to bring them together in a minute and go back to Utkatasana chair pose. Just a couple of deep breaths here. Bring those toe mounds together, heels slightly separated, squeeze the knees. Inhale, let's reach those arms up, draw the navel in. Press that weight into the heels so toes are nice and light. Hold it. Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. Let it go. One more breath, inhale. Exhale and fold it forward. This time let's walk it out. Come into plank pose so those hands are right underneath those shoulders. Separate the feet so that they are hip width. You may drop down to the knees. I love seeing my little puppy feet here. Dogs are the best. Cats are great too if you have cats. I want you to slowly lower down Chaturanga, so either on your knees or you can pop up to those toes, come on down, release down to the ground. Stay in baby cobra here. Take the wrinkles out of the back of your neck. So nice long neck. Don't tuck your chin, just come into neutral. And I want you to really press the ground away as you squeeze those elbows in. Engage your thighs. You are on the top of those feet so they're not tucked. Belly is drawing in. Baby cobra. Nice deep breath in and out. Breathe with sound. Good. If this is too much for your neck, feel free to just lay your forehead down. If you're feeling okay, like you could do more, let's lift those hands off the ground. Squeeze those elbows in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come down. Let's push it back. Child's pose. Open up your knees, big toes touch. Forehead can come down. So you might be really uncomfortable some of these postures, and that's okay. We're just going to work through it. Working through the breath. Working through the asana. So it's the uncomfortability that helps us grow, right? So as you're uncomfortable, just kind of sit with it. Ask yourself why, and see if you can just take it right back to your breath. Inhale and exhale. Let's come on up into tabletop position. Hands right underneath those shoulders, knees right underneath your hips. I want you to protract your shoulders now. So instead of retracting like we did before, we're going to round the upper back like a cobra snake. And then I want you to externally rotate your shoulders so the inside of your elbows are facing forward. Really round and press up. And then as you do this, I want you to keep pressing up as much as you possibly can. And then take the tailbone and start to tuck it under, drawing that navel in, and then tucking the chin into the throat. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck those toes, come back into that forward bend. So I want you to bend those knees, feet are hip width apart, drop your head, shake it out. Nice deep breath in and out. Let it go. Let's walk it back forward. Find our downward facing dogs. We're going to come into plank first, hands underneath those shoulders. Push our hips nice and high. And then I want you not to focus so much on the heels coming down, but rather a nice flat back. If your hamstrings are tight, just bend your knees. Give me nice strong arms. Draw that navel in. Press the chest towards the feet, but try not to hyperextend into the shoulders, right? So we want to have a nice long spine. We want to have integrity in the shoulders. We want to be nice and firm, solid and strong. If you feel like you have more flexibility, the heels can come down. Just breathe with sound. Take one more inhale, one more exhale, then gaze forward. Let's take that right foot and walk it up. So if you need to, we'll grab that right foot and bring it between the two hands. If you have to set that knee down to pull it forward, go ahead and do that. If you have the strength, I want you to use your core strength to pull it up and bring it right there between those two hands. And come into this runner's lunge. So this might be really challenging if we have limited hip flexibility. Where are you going, buddy? With the blocks, if you feel like it's too intense, you can bring them as high as you need. Make sure that your ankle is stacked right underneath your knee and you're moving your hips forward, but we're not coming forward like so, all right? So we want to make sure that that ankle is underneath the knee. We're moving the hips forward. We're in a nice low lunge. If you feel like it's too intense on the back knee, just take a pillow and place it under the knee, all right? So whatever you need to modify, go ahead and do that. You can also roll up your yoga mat. Nice deep breath in and out. Breathe. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Press firmly into the ground. Tuck that back toe and see if you can take this leg, lift it up and back into downward dog. We'll do the other side now. Inhale, breath. Look between those hands. Take that left leg however you need to do it and bring it between your two hands, dropping to the back knee. Use your blocks. Use your pillow and gaze forward. Breathing with sound. Noticing how you feel, what's going on in your body. Okay, and I want you to think about letting go of anything that doesn't serve you. So if you're entertaining thoughts of not being good enough, I want you to let that go. Focus on the fact that you showed up today. You showed up on your yoga mat. That's awesome. Good job. Tuck that toe. Let's return back to our downward dog. And I want you to wiggle, shake it out a little bit from side to side. Go ahead and drop those knees down. Open them up wide. Big toes touch. Forehead can come down. Take child's pose. Nice deep breath here. Let it go. Inhale fully. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Tucking those toes, returning back to our downward dog. We're going to take a modified pigeon here. So I want you to take that left leg and you're going to make a backwards 7 with the knee, and then I want you to bring that back knee in. So it's almost like both legs are in this nice, well actually they are in a nice right angle, okay? So look at your foot. Is it in alignment with your knee? And is your knee in alignment with your hip? And then look at your right hip. Is it in alignment with your knee? And your knee in alignment with your foot? Okay, flex both feet and check yourself out. So commonly what I see is people will have their leg here or we'll have it like this, okay? I want you to feel this in both hips. We're primarily going to work on this outer left hip, but you're also going to feel it here through the right hip. Now lift your chest, flexing both feet, pressing through the heel. Inhale, exhale, and just come forward with the chest. So I want you to go as far as you can. You can use your yoga blocks. We can be here. You can grab your pillow. Everything can be made more comfortable. Hold here. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And I want you to just go as far as the body allows. So just come on down. Take one nice deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. And then slowly walk it up. Cupcake those hands. Lift the chest, draw the navel in, and let's see if we could stay here, lifting those hands off the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Now, you might have had to come up like that, right? That's okay. See if you can come a little bit more forward on this next one, all right? Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Extend forward. Relax your head, your neck, your breath. Let it go. Still drawing in the navel, still lifting up through the pelvic floor. Feeling this through the outer left hip. We are pulling those toes back towards the shin, flexing the ankle, pressing through the heel. Deep breath in and out. Good. Gently walk it up. And let's just rotate to the other side. So just flip the legs. Line yourself up. Knee, hip, foot, knee. Same thing on this side. 90-degree angles. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, let's roll it forward as you're comfortable. Breathe. Good. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Come on up. Let's see if we can float those arms using our muscles. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release it. All right, guys. One more time. Lift the chest. Draw the navel in. Squeeze and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is my tighter side. So we're working that active range. All right, come on down. Hold, breathe. Inhaling, exhaling. And one more breath. Come on up. Inhale. Rotate to the other side. Exhale. Beautiful. Hands planted in front. Wiggle this leg back so we'll push into a downward facing dog. So however you can get there. I want you to use as much core strength as you possibly can. So pull it up, squeeze everything, and take it into your downward facing dog. Wiggling toes, wiggling hips, bending knees, straightening those arms, drawing navel in. Notice how you feel. Gaze underneath that right arm. Inhaling, exhaling, gazing under the left arm. Good. Now I want you to articulate the spine and move forward into a plank. You can certainly drop down to the knees if you need to. So what that means is we're going to tuck the chin into the throat, round the back, draw the navel into the spine here. And then as we slowly release, we're going to arch the back as you feel comfortable. Gaze forward. And then pull the navel into the spine, press the ground away, and come back into downward dog. So I'll show you what it looks like if you're doing it on the knees. So we're doing on the knees, you're going to round, 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 round. And as it starts to get intense, just drop down to the knees and complete the movement. No pressure in the back, so only go as far as you're comfortable. Round it back, downward dog. Let's do one more. Round, draw navel in, squeeze your abdominals, chin to chest, squeezing those glutes. And as the hips start to drop, begin to arch the back. Gaze forward. Draw that navel in, pull it up, and downward dog. Nice job. Slowly walk it in. Bend your knees. Grab your yoga blocks if you need them underneath the hands. I want your chest on those thighs. Notice how much more flexibility that you have than when you first started class. Relax the head, let it go. Grab the biceps, hang nice and heavy. I want you to press into your toes and then shoot the weight back into the heels and then press into the toes and back into the heels, shifting forward and back. And I want you to think about length. Lengthening tailbone up towards the sky, drawing navel in, pelvic floor lifting. Relax. Separate your feet. You might want your yoga block or two, even a pillow behind you for this. We're going to go into a yogi squat. Garland pose. Bend your knees. You can turn your toes out. And if you don't need the block, you don't need it there, then you can take the block away. If you need it, or even two, okay, we can be here, lifting the chest. But what I want you to focus on, especially if you have a block, is that you're using your abdominals and that you're using your legs to really hold you in the pose. You're not just sitting on a block, okay? So we're not just working flexibility, we're working mobility. And by that, I mean, I can still have my bottom touching the block, but as I kind of press the weight forward, I can engage through my hip flexors. I can engage through my core to hold me there. So I want you to really focus on that. If you don't need the blocks, you're going to be here. Heels are on the ground. Chest is lifted. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. This takes a lot of core strength, a lot of leg strength, and of course a lot of hip flexibility. So wherever you're at, I want you to just stay there, breathe, tell yourself you're doing a good job. Think happy, positive thoughts. Nice inhale, exhale. We're going to twist over towards our right side. So grab your right ankle with your left palm. Inhale breath, reach that right palm up. I want you to gaze at the center of your palm. Take it all the way up, drawing navel in. Inhale breath, exhale breath, let it go. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, go to the other side. Grab that left ankle, reach up, left arm. Breathe, gazing at the palm. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, returning back to your yogi squat. Hold it here, deep breath in. Go ahead and place those hands behind you. Have a seat, straighten out the legs. If you're sitting on the blocks, just go ahead and remove them. And then I want you to just kind of shake it out. Windshield wiper the feet a little bit from side to side. Kind of just checking in, see how you feel. You can even bend the knees here, kind of just wiggle a little bit side to side. And sometimes when we do these movements, we're thinking, at least I know I'm thinking, like, what am I doing? Is this really yoga? Am I really benefiting from this? But you absolutely are. So you are moving fluid all through your body right now. Go ahead and roll those ankles around. Extend those toes back and then push them forward. extend them back, push them forward. Great. Now I want you to lift the chest. Tip forward at the hips here. Now if the hamstrings are tight, you're probably going to be able to go this far. That's totally fine. I want you to flex the feet, pull them back. Navel in, pelvic floor lifting. So think of a Kegel exercise. Draw it in and up. Breathing with sound. Inhale. Exhale. And then just tipping from the waist, come forward. If you only go this far, that's great. No problem at all. If you can keep inching those hands forward. Okay, go ahead. Keep that spine nice and straight. Lift the chest. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. And then let's take the hands off the ground. So wherever you're at, you're going to lean forward, reach those arms forward, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, release. Hands come behind you. Fingertips face your bottom. Right knee bends. I want you to lift the hips up. You're going to point that left foot. Okay, so we're going to get that toe on the ground. I want you to make sure that your ankle ends up somewhere underneath your knee. So avoid this, okay? So you want to be up here. Inhale, squeeze everything. Point that left toe. See if you can get it to touch the ground. Reach up. If your neck is feeling weird, just gaze forward. If you feel comfortable, drop the head back. Okay, and the option is just to bend that knee as much as you need to. It's quite a hamstring burner here, so just do your best. You're also going to feel this in the front of the shoulders. Then slowly come on down. Straighten out. Shake out those hands. Feel it in the shoulders. Awesome for the shoulders. Awesome core strengthener as well. All right, bend left leg. Point those right toes. Fingertips are facing your glutes. Inhale, breath. Squeeze everything and lift it up. Point that right toe. Lift up for 5, 4. Squeeze your glutes. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming down. Whew. And roll it out. Lift it up. Shake it out. Good job, you guys. Take those feet, pull them in. We're going to roll forward, place the hands down, step back into a plank, and then downward dog. Wiggle side to side. Shake it out. I want you to drop down to the knees. Either double your yoga mat if you need to, or place the pillow underneath the knees. I find because I have fibromyalgia, it's really hard to do a lot of yoga postures on the hard floor. Even though I have my 2 yoga mats, it's still difficult. So the pillow's nice. It definitely allows me to get deeper in the postures when I'm using the pillows. I want you to tuck your toes. All right, to start, you can always flatten the feet if you feel like that's where you want to go. But I want you to notice that your hips are right underneath your knees. Okay, we want those to stay there. So we don't want to come back and work this core quad strength. We want to really open the front body, and we want to strengthen the glutes and the back. So I want you to find your sacrum. It's that flat bone right here on your low back. Squeeze the elbows in. Notice that the hips are forward. And then place the tongue on the roof of your mouth. You're going to inhale. Press the chest forward, and I just want you to gaze up and start to bring those hips more forward as we are bending through the upper back. So the tendency is to just dump in the low back, but the low back has a hinge. It's already going to bend. So what we need to work on is the upper back. So I want you to really focus on bending the upper back and not so much the lower back. Inhale. Press the hips forward, squeeze those elbows together, and either gaze up towards the ceiling, all right, or even gaze forward. Or if you feel comfortable, you're going to drop the head back. Breathing with sound. If you feel like you want a little bit more out of this, Go ahead and cup the heels, thumbs to the outside, hips stay forward. So again, we're avoiding those hips coming behind the knees, okay? So the hips come forward and just hold it here. If that's too much, again, we just stay here. This is a wonderful posture. Really will help you if you work it over time, okay? It can be very frightening at first, so don't rush it. Good. Hands come to the waist if they're not there already. Inhale. Roll yourself up, untuck those toes. Go ahead and take child's pose. We're only going to do one of those today. Bring the arms out nice and wide, forehead down. And breathe with sound. Good. Slowly come on up to your tabletop. Remove the pillow if you were using it, and then we'll come on down to the floor. So on your forearms in Sphinx pose, we're going to take this right knee and bring it up. And this is where the pillow can come in handy if you're feeling like your joints are just a little too much. I want you to press your knee towards the ground. So it's nothing that I can show you that I'm doing because you're not going to see anything happening, but I'm really engaging through my groin, okay, pressing my knee into the floor. And my foot and my knee are in somewhat of a nice straight line. Okay, depress those shoulders, hold it here. Nice deep breath in and out. Drawing navel into spine, lifting up the pelvic floor. And then let's take the left hand, so it's your opposite hand, thread it under the arm. I'm looking at my cute puppy right now. He's giving me a nice cute look. And we're going to just roll on over into a nice twist, which is a nice complement to that back bend that we just did. Ustrasana, camel pose. Gazing down that right palm. Your drishti, where we focus the eyes, is either on the tip of the nose, or you can look right at the middle of your palm. Breathing. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to your Sphinx pose. And we'll go to the other side. So we can take the pillow out. Shift it on over to the other side and bring up this left leg. So that knee in alignment with the hip, foot in alignment with the knee, just like we did before in our modified pigeon. Engage your core, depress your shoulders, breathe. Good. Let's take the right hand, thread it underneath the left arm, and just simply roll on over. Don't worry so much about where the leg goes, more about getting both shoulder blades near the ground. Drawing Uddiyana Bandha, the belly into the spine, lifting up, and Mula Bandha, pelvic floor, drawing it in and up. Focusing on breath, noticing the subtle differences between the sides, encouraging ourselves that we're doing an awesome job. Let's go ahead and release it. Roll back over into Sphinx pose. And then just hold here for a moment. If this is too much, you can always just come on down, take a rest. If you feel okay, let's come on up to Sphinx here. Breathe. Nice job. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Again, inhale fully. Exhale fully. Slide both hands right by the rib cage, baby cobra. Nice long neck. Engage the legs. Inhale. Exhale. Lifting up the belly, navel to spine, lifting the pelvic floor. Tuck your toes. Inhale, breath. Let's power up through Chaturanga. However you can do it, either on the knees or the toes. We're going to push up. That was a difficult one. Take it into your downward dog. Wiggle side to side. Shake it out. Whatever your body feels like doing right now, go ahead and do that. Let's gaze forward. Step left foot in, then right foot in, or if you have a hop through, you can hop it through, or just a little hop and a sit. I want you to lift the chest, come to your toes, bring those heels off the ground, reach the arms forward, hold here, breathe, inhale, exhale. If you want to float the feet off the ground. If it's too intense, just keep those toes down, hold it here. You're doing a great job. Hang in there, almost there. Breathe, inhale, exhale. Good. Working the psoas here. If you ever feel it on the outside of the hip, that's actually the TFL doing the work for the psoas. Nice job. Breathe. Set the feet down. Let's take it all the way back. Hold on to the back of the legs. Draw the navel in. Come on down. Knees into chest. Nice hug. Let's cross right leg over left leg. Using our hip flexors, all we're going to do is bring that knee in and press that right knee away. So left knee is coming in as the right knee is pushing away. If you want to also work hamstrings, you can straighten out that leg. Hold it. 5, both feet are flexed. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Other side. Pull it in. Oh, feeling or hearing a little snap, crackle, pop. All right, guys, here we go. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Good job. Bring the heels down. I want you to curl and roll up. Bridge. Hold. Nice inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And come on down. All right, you guys. We're going to end today with an inversion, kind of your choice. So I'm going to offer a headstand or a dolphin pose. So we just want to basically get the blood flowing the opposite direction. We want it into the brain, into the heart, into the lungs, into all of the vital organs, okay? So I want you to cross the legs, come forward as best you can, hop or step back, downward dog, and you're either going to come into dolphin, which both arms come down to the ground, forearms down. You can gaze through at the feet. You can walk it in as you're comfortable. You can bend the knees. Again, we're looking for the inversion, so we're not really too worried about anything else other than flooding the heart, the lungs, and the brain with more blood than it normally is used to getting. If you have a headstand, you can take that option now. If you just want to flirt with it a little bit, we can make a basket with the hands. Bring the crown of the head down to the ground, and then walk the hips over the shoulders, drawing navel in, and just hold here. If you want to bend one leg, you can. If you want to bend both, you can. If you want to take it all the way up into your headstand, you can. Whatever feels most comfortable for you. Since I have this microphone on, it's not so comfortable for me. So I'm going to take dolphin pose. So whatever inversion that you want, go ahead and go for it. We're going to hold it for about 30 seconds, so choose wisely. Come on up into your posture. Nice deep breath in and out. And I want you to focus, dristi, where we focus the eyes, on the tip of your nose. Breathing with sound. You can do this. You got it. You are strong. You are awesome. You're almost there. A few more breaths. If you feel like the legs are starting to shake, that's good. That's your nervous system responding. And then very slowly, we're going to come out of whatever posture that we're in our own time, in our own way, and then return into child's pose. Forehead comes down and palms can be forward, or you can float them up by your feet depending on what feels better to your body. Take a few moments here and just congratulate yourself for doing an awesome job today. You got on your mat. Maybe you didn't want to. Maybe you thought in the beginning of this class that you weren't going to finish, and now here you are. So good job. And one more nice deep breath. Bringing the hands by the face. Slowly come on up. Take the feet out from under you. Matsyasana, fish pose. We're going to do it today with straight legs. You can also either use a bolster if you want on this one. You can place the bolster on your back here if you want a little bit of support. Legs can be straight, chest lifted, elbows right underneath those shoulders. Inhale. The head doesn't have to drop back, okay? We can just be here. But I want you to think about your heart really beaming towards the sky. So we can either take a bolster, even a yoga block if we want, or we can come here, lift the chest, drop the head back. And we're going to hold for 5, 4, chest lifted, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lift the head. Go ahead and cross the legs. We're going to do one final vinyasa into meditation or shavasana. Bring those hands forward, step it back. Take Chaturanga, either drop to the knees or stay on those toes, lower down. Take an upward facing dog. Top of the feet. Roll over your toes, so pull them in. Downward dog. Look forward towards your hands. Cross the ankles. Have a seat. And let's lay on back. So I want you to be comfortable. If you need a pillow underneath your head, go for it. Bolster underneath your knees. Whatever feels good to you. Palms can be up towards the sky or the ceiling to kind of signify that you're open to receive. Or if you feel like you have so much going on and you really just need to kind of be grounded, go ahead and place those palms down. You can close your eyes here. Turn off your controlled Ujjayi breath and just breathe normally. If meditation and breath work is hard for you, I want you to place both hands on your belly. Just take a moment and observe your body, how you're feeling, what's going on. tune into the subtle differences happening within the body, happening within your mind. Observing your feelings, not trying to change them, but just observing. Try to bring your attention to just one thought. It can be your belly rising and falling. It can be the beat of your heart. It can simply be the air coming in and out your nostrils. It can also be a person, place, or thing that you just want to focus on for a few minutes. Try to relax every muscle in the body. Let it all go. Just surrender. And take the next few breaths to really encourage yourself. Be proud of yourself. Then I want you to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, roll out your wrists, roll out your ankles. Take a nice deep breath in, let it go. Change position, so either come up to seated or maybe roll over onto your right side, but just let your body know that it is time to kind of wake up. Just take a couple of minutes here just to do a final stretch, final breath. If you want to stay in your meditation, just go ahead and hit pause. Just keep staying there in your shavasana, your meditation, and we'll catch up with you later. Or come to a seated position, spine nice and straight, shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in fully, exhale fully. Go ahead and spiral over to the left side, taking that right hand to the left knee. Look behind you, stretch the back. Other side, inhale, exhale. Great. Inhale, reach the arms up, big breath. You did awesome today, good job. Bring those hands to your heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Please let me know how you're feeling. Let me know if you like this class and you want more of them. I really, really appreciate you guys practicing with me.